Welcome to the Indianapolis Arrows franchise. We are back after a little break from the series, and we pick up in the ALCS, where the Arrows have went on quite the run. In the wild card round, we swept the Boston Red Sox, a team we could not beat in the regular season, and we went into that series and we just absolutely dominated all facets of the game. It was definitely a surprise series, but next series we went up against the Tampa Bay Rays, a team that won the division in the AL East, but it did not matter. Salvador Perez really showed that he was the biggest free agent signing in the offseason. He went berserk, leading to a .500 average so far in this postseason. His bat has been unstoppable, and now we run into another great team in the Seattle Mariners, obviously led by Julio Rodriguez in center field, but they also in season one traded for O'Neal Cruz. They've drafted quite well. They've been able to retain a lot of the talent that they had that they thought they would have to give up in order to get some of these good players, but they've been able to really stay together as a unit. They've also drafted well. Jose Acevedo was a very good draft pick back in season number 3. He's only 19 years old, and he is starting in right field. And then in the playoffs, they just got done defeating the Houston Astros in a 5-game set. They won the last game pretty decisively. So here is how our team is looking here so far in the playoffs heading into this series. Ian Happ, Meneses, Alex Verdugo, Paulo Reyes, Salvador Perez. Everybody's hitting quite well. Verdugo is maybe the one guy struggling. And then there's Pat Washington at the bottom, who has yet to register a hit so far in the playoffs. But he's starting because he is excellent defensively, and I don't want to give up that defense. So here in game number 1 in the ALCS, we will trot out Jordan Montgomery, who hasn't been great, hasn't been the pitcher that we've wanted him to be so far in the postseason, but it has not mattered. Like, he has still gotten wins in his games that he has started. And then we will face Logan Gilbert, their ace. We'll see what he can do. He has been really good so far in the playoffs as well. Here is Jose Acevedo at the plate, 19 years old. He is a rookie this year. Ground ball to third. That one is a nice play by Cam Collier for the out at first base. J.P. Crawford hitting in that 2 spot. He watches that one low, and that one will be ball 4. So now Seattle has a runner on first base for the big man, Julio Rodriguez. Chopper to short. Good play by Gonzalez going to 2, but he will not turn the double play in time. Julio Rodriguez has 96 speed in this game. He's going to beat that out every single time. He also could look to swipe this bag, and he will. Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. A good throw from Perez will get Rodriguez trying to swipe second. That throw had to be perfect, and it was. Wow, right on the money. And he gets him, and now we move on to the bottom half of this inning. Here is Ian Happ at the plate. This one's going to be an inside curveball. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, but good fielding play by Logan Gilbert. Jose Meneses walks as that brings up Alex Verdugo to the plate. Only hitting 136 so far in the playoffs. 2-2 pitch. Inside slider will get him, and he swings and misses. Verdugo's struggles continue. Paulo Reyes to the plate, who's probably our second hottest hitter so far. He hits a chopper down in between first and second there, and it will get through the infield. So here comes the hot man at the plate, Salvador Perez. And this is his favorite scenario here. Runners in scoring position, but he gets under this pitch. Good timing and everything. There's just a fly ball, a high fly ball into short center field. And James Triantos will camp under that one. Bottom 2 now, Teoscar Hernandez at the plate, and Jordan Montgomery once again walks another batter. So that's 2 walks through the first 2 innings here for Montgomery, as that brings up Triantos, who goes the opposite field. That one will drop down. Verdugo comes up throwing, but Hernandez has decent speed. He will make it all the way to second, and Triantos is on to second as well. So men on second and third here, no outs, as that brings up Jacob Melton. I really had to look at what he's really good at because I wasn't really sure, and he is kind of an average hitter right now, but a young player in their organization. We'll see what he can do in this 6th spot. He hits one hard to second. That one's fielded by Ian Happ, and a runner does come across the score. So it is 1-0 here for the Mariners. So Tom Murphy comes to the plate now with a runner on third. We will decide to walk him and see if we can turn double play here. Here is Whitaker at the plate. He hits one up the middle. That one gets past the glove of Happ, and now it is 2-0. I'm surprised that Ian Happ could not field that ball right there. It was hit hard, but you would think Happ would have got to that one. Evan White at the plate now. This was what we needed. Chopper to second, on to first, double play. But they still do get 2 runs across the plate in that second inning. And now we move on to the bottom half. Cam Collier at the plate now. He hits one well to center field. It gets over the head of Julio Rodriguez. Even with that 96 speed, he could still not get to it. And Cam Collier has a 2-out double. So that brings up Pat Washington, the man who has yet to register a hit so far. And he swings that one high, and his struggles continue. A fly ball in foul territory. And I don't know what to do to solve Pat Washington's woes at the plate, but he is very good defensively, so I have to leave him in. So J.P. Crawford comes to the plate now in the top of the third. He walks for the second time today, as that brings up Rodriguez to the plate. 3-2 count here, 1 out. Ground ball to first. Reyes knocks it down. It's going to be a force out at first, but he probably could have had the double play right there if he would have fielded it cleanly. But now they have a runner on second base here. Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs. He turns on this one, and it's back to the wall in left field. It keeps going, and it's not coming back. 4-0 here for the Mariners as Montgomery struggles once again in another start. And the Mariners have come on the road really with their bats so far through the first 3 innings. That was 4-17 to left. James Triantos comes up with 2 outs. He's 1 for 1. Fly ball to second, but still a 4-0 ball game here for the Mariners. A good start to this one for them. Bottom 3 now. Here's Ian Happ. Ground ball up the middle. That one gets through the infield. So we do have a runner on first base here to start the 3rd inning. We'll see if it starts anything. Meneses to the plate, though. And it's right back to the pitcher. Easy double play. And the Mariners get 2 right there. So top 4 now. Jacob Melton back at the plate. He hits one up the middle, and that's a single. The Seattle Mariners just keep getting on base here in this one, as that brings up Tom Murphy, only hitting 111 so far in the playoffs. He gets a hold of one deep to center field. It's into the batting cages in center. It's a home run. Tom Murphy with his first of the postseason, 440 to dead center. That was a no-doubter off of his bat, and we've seen enough of Jordan Montgomery. It was a terrible outing for him. The manager can't even look at him. It's been that ugly. And the Mariners just give it to the Arrows so far in this game. It's 6-0. We've come back from bigger deficits than this, but still, it's going to be tough. So Jacob McDonald comes in out of the bullpen. He strikes out Evan White. And now with 2 outs, Jose Acevedo will swing and miss as well. But it's 6-0 here for the Mariners. We'll see what the offense can do. Cam Collier up in the bottom of the 5th inning with 1 out. He will fly this one into the infield. And Cam Collier's been swinging a pretty good bat so far, but he can't do anything there. How about Joey Meneses? That one's low, and it's a called strike 3. That one looked like it was slightly out of the zone as we're into the 7th inning now. Ray Gonzalez gets a pitch right over the middle, and it's just a ground ball to short. Our bats have just not shown up today, and it has shown as we're on to the top of the 8th inning. Here is Victor Gonzalez on the mound here for the Arrows, facing James Triantos, and he does get us out of this inning. As now we move into the 9th inning. We'll see if anything can happen in this one for the Arrows bats. We've been hot so far in the postseason, but maybe we've met our match here in the ALCS as they bring in Paul Sewald here in the 9th inning. This is way beyond a save opportunity here, but with 6 runs, he should be able to get out of this inning no problem. Alex Verdugo 1 for 3 so far today. High fastball, ball 4. Okay, well, if you needed a start to this 9th inning, it's that. 2 straight walks. as it brings up Paulo Reyes, who turns on one. This one is going to be knocked down by Triantos, but he will get the out at first place. Good play there by Triantos, at least saving the base hit. That brings up Salvador Perez, who hits one high and deep to center field. Julio Rodriguez, he's going to come up throwing. He's got a strong arm in center field. This throw looks right on the money, but it won't be in time. It looks like the throw was just a bit off, and Meneses ends up scoring right there with 30 speed. Ojo Taikan to the plate now with 2 outs. He turns on this one. It's going to be back at the wall, and it will get down. And Jose Acevedo will come up throwing, but 2 runs here in the 9th inning. But this deficit, we still need a whole lot more. And now there's 2 outs. I'm not sure if we can get it, but we'll see if we can. Ray Gonzalez to the plate, and it's a strike 3 on the check swing, and the Mariners will win game number 1 here as the Mariners come on the road and get a big road victory here versus the Arrows, 6-2, 7 hits to only 5. So they didn't really have too many more hits than we did. Their hits were just timely, all in a row. We walked a couple of guys that it did not work out. He walked 4 total. Montgomery did it through 3 innings. And if you just pitch like that, it's going to be a rough day. So I think we definitely felt that loss right there. So coming out of game number 1, Paulo Reyes actually had a shoulder injury, a shoulder pull, which will sideline him for 1 to 2 weeks. So that's actually like the entire series here in the ALCS. So I actually go to the rest of our organization just to see if there's anybody that could replace him, and I'm not sure there is. Like, we have Keith Rice, but he's done for the year. He would be like the only other guy I could think of. So we're going to keep Paulo Reyes up and really just evaluate him. Like, if he can't go during a game like this one in game number 2, we probably won't play him unless we absolutely need him. It looks like the hitting coach says that I don't think he's ready yet, so we're actually going to sub him out for Seth Beer. So Seth Beer will play in his place at first, and he will hit down at the 5 spot. So here we go, game number 2. It will be Luis Castillo versus Todd Workman on the mound. And right away, O'Neal Cruz, who did not play in game number 1, hits a solo shot, and they also score another run. It's 2-0 already. So now here is our team at the plate, yet to register a hit. And look at the Seattle Mariners. Get nothing but hits and walks, and then they hit a 3-run jack with James Triantos, and it's deja vu all over again. Because Jordan Montgomery gave up 6 runs in his start, and now Workman's given up 5 runs in his start. So this is very, very unfortunate. We have to go to the bullpen a little earlier than we probably normally would with Workman. Workman's usually a guy that pitches late in games. And now we bring in Jacob McDonald again to get us out of this situation. But our offense has yet to score any runs. But now here we are here in the 6th inning. It's bases loaded, 1 out. We have to hop in here. We have to see what we can do in order to save this season. Because if we go down 2-0 and we're going to go back to Seattle, I don't like our chances. Seattle has an 89% chance of winning this game, even with the bases loaded here with Meneses. This is going to be an inside fastball, ball 4. So Luis Castillo walks in a run here, and we're on the board finally. That brings up Alex Verdugo to the plate now in a 5-1 baseball game. He hits one hard to the right side. That one gets through. It scores 1. Will it score 2? The throw home will not be in time. Meneses moves over to third, and it is 5-3. Okay, we got something cooking here with the offense finally. We'll see what Salvador Perez can do at the plate. He came into this series hitting .500. This one's a rocket up the middle. Triantos, easy. Flip to second, but the throw over the head of J.P. Crawford will allow another run to score. How about that? You know the old saying in baseball, if you hit the ball hard, something is bound to happen. And now here is Seth Beer to the plate. A fly ball to center field, and that one will be caught. A 4-run inning here for the Arrows. Paul Sewald comes into pitch here late in this game, and we'll see if he can shut the door and give Seattle the 2-0 lead. So here we go. This is Seth Beer at the plate here to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. And he will walk. So we have a base runner on, and we know we're going to go to the bench and give a little bit more speed than Seth Beer can provide. And I'm thinking we go with Fred Scott. He is easily the fastest guy on the team. He is the fastest guy we've drafted. He basically went straight to the pros, to be honest with you, and we'll see what he can do here. Here on first base, Ojo Taikon comes to the plate, and he's just laid on that inside slider, and it will be a pop-up here to short, and the first out of the inning is done. That brings up Ray Gonzalez, but Fred Scott first swipes second, so now if Ray just puts it in play here into the outfield, it could score Fred Scott. Now that brings up Gonzalez on the next pitch. He swings that one deep to center field. That one will get down. It's a tie ball game, and Ray Gonzalez is on second base, and he is the game-winning run. A 5-5 game here with one out. I like our chances here with Ray at second, but I want a little bit more speed on second base. So we are going to put Steven Benitez out there. Benitez is a bit faster. He's at 74 speed, just about 78. And here is Cam Collier, who has hit the ball well so far in the playoffs. Fly ball to short or to center field, and that will not get it done. Well, Benitez has 78 speed, and we bring in Jack Sawinski here in the 9th spot. He is 0 for 1 today. He hits one hard up the middle, and it ricochets off of Sewald, and Sawinski beats it out. Oh, my goodness. If Sewald was not in the way, that gets through the infield, and that's the ball game. Instead, Sewald takes one off of the ribs, and we'll see if he remains in the game, but he just saved the game, to be honest with you. They go to the bullpen and bring in Archie Lopez here to pitch. And look at his numbers. I mean, he has been shut down so far here in the playoffs as he faces Ian Happ. And Happ swings at an awful pitch. Fly ball to short right field. Triantos runs under that one. So that brings us to extras here in the top of the 10th inning. No extra runner here, extra inning base runner on second here in the playoffs. As we'll see what they can do here. Here is O'Neal Cruz at the plate. A good throw to get Julio Rodriguez trying to swipe second, and the calls him safe. So Cruz continues his at bat here. Ground ball to the left side. That gets through. And Seth Beer, or Ojo Taikon actually playing in center field, throws to second after bobbling it, and Cruz with 99 speed makes it into second. So the runner was probably going to score no matter what. That's Julio Rodriguez going home right there with 96 speed. But even then, O'Neal Cruz gets to second base. Archie Bradley settles down a little bit. He strikes out the next batter. That brings up Teoscar Hernandez. And he freezes him at the plate. It's a 6-5 ball game now, heading into the bottom of the 10th inning. Joey Meneses, he leads us off. That's a base hit up the middle. There we go. Meneses has been such a good pickup. He obviously doesn't have great speed, but at the plate, like, he hits the ball extremely, extremely hard. There's an issue, though. All of our speed is out of the game already. So that brings up Verdugo, who hits one to second, and that one could have easily moved the runner over to second if we would have had a faster base runner, but Meneses has to stay in the game, and he gets the force out at second. He's the fielder's choice. So Salvador Perez to the plate now. Hard ground ball to short. On to second. On to first. And the Mariners pull it out in extras. You've got to be kidding me. We stormed all the way back only to be disappointed right there. And we're down 2-0. How do you lose 2 home games in this series? And now we're going to have to go and win on the road in order to stay alive. Archie Bradley, I don't think he pitched necessarily bad in the extra inning, but still, giving up 2 hits to 2 guys that are 96 speed and 99 speed, I mean, it just doesn't work out well. So here we go. We go on the road at Seattle, and in this game, we're going to play Paulo Reyes. The trainer says that a hitting coach says that he can't go, but we got to play our best guys. We're going to skip this notification and just allow him to play. So here we get the first 2 base runners of the game on. and we can't score anything right there. Those are opportunities you really have to take advantage of, but here is Cam Collier in the second inning. He goes deep, and he makes it 2-0. Ian Happ goes deep as well. He's 2 for 2 so far, and he makes it 3-0, and we almost get another run there as Paulo Reyes can't come through. So Kirby's still in the mound here. I was wondering if they would take him out just to be more aggressive here as a pitching staff, but Seattle leaves him in. We're on to the bottom of the 5th inning. How about Jose Urquidy? He's given up 4 hits so far, but no runs surrendered. So now we have runners on first and second here, and Pat Washington at the plate. I decide to go and pinch hit for him because I know Sawinski hits a lot better, but it does not work out. And now we move on to the bottom of the 6th. Jose Urquidy continuing to pitch well. He's through 6, no damage done. He gets through 7, no damage done. How about the performance we're seeing from Jose Urquidy? And now the pitching coach decides to take him out of the game. Hopefully that does not backfire. And now we're on to the 9th inning. We're going to go and bring in Archie Bradley, the reliever of the year. He gets Rodriguez. He gets Cruz. And then Jared Walsh goes deep. But we do end up winning this game nonetheless. Jose Urquidy actually did get hurt, so that's why he was taken out of the game. So I definitely got the clarity on that right there. But Jose Urquidy has been crazy good here in the playoffs. He's 3-0, a 1.50 ERA, and a .94 whip. And the Arrows stay alive here in the ALCS. And we get one on the road, and we'll see if we can get at least one more on the road to possibly tie this series up and then head back to Indy. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned, let's get it, let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, this how we